What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another East of Stretford podcast. Today we're on Zoom, so the quality is hopefully a little bit clearer. Karthik, what's up, man?
Yeah, well, doing good, bro. I got a tripod as well, so I think we're
Shit.
leveling up each episode. I think that's great. I like your mic. That's
I got a mic and Vishnu got glasses,
yeah,
dude. Where did that come from?
yeah.
Yeah, I have it's so stupid, man. Like I was trying to wash my lenses, like the case, and it just fell in. And it's quarantine time now as well, so I can't find anywhere to go get like new contacts. So stuck with glasses for now. I'm like you now, Arman.
Dude, you're fucked.
Yeah, guys.
You don't pull it off as well as I do, I gotta say. Let's move on to the topic of the day. Today we're talking transfers again, but there's a few things that are heating up, specifically Jadon Sancho, Jack Grealish, and Mr. Harry Kane, Mr. England. And we're gonna start on Harry Kane. There was some news today where he came out saying, "I'm not just gonna stay at Spurs if I don't feel they're progressing." So on to Vishnu. Dude, talk to us. Harry Kane to Man United?
We talked about this in a previous podcast as well, a bit briefly. Harry Kane, I mentioned there too that like he'd be one of the greatest. He's a prolific striker. I think any club would be very lucky to have him in the Premier League. I think he signed a 6-year deal with Spurs in 2018, which will keep him in the club till 2024. But recent current events with how the team is playing right now he's not in a great place. He's ridden with injuries. There's rumors saying that obviously he's not working well with Jose Mourinho. And yeah, you never know. Like he did mention, like you said briefly in that statement, that it's one of those things. He loves Spurs. He wants to be there, but then if it's not taking him in the right direction, he's open to a move. He's not going to stay there just for the sake of it. Mm-hmm. So yeah, if you're looking at the clubs that are most likely to sign him, it could be in England at least. It'll be United and Chelsea. Oh no, sorry, City, because City, especially because Aguero is getting old and Jesus may be replaced anytime. United is heavily linked because we do need some firepower. Even though we do have Rashford coming in after his injury and stuff, it'll be a great addition to the side anyway. And then maybe even Spanish clubs like Real Madrid and Barcelona, who are looking to replace or look for the future plans for Benzema and Suarez. So yeah, absolutely. Kane he's only 26 years old. He's fit. He scored over I think around 130 goals for Spurs in around 200 appearances. Mm-hmm. So he has a lot of experience in the Premier League. He's been with Spurs, I think, for 9 years now. He's a top player. He's been scoring on regular for all seasons as well. Yeah, absolutely. I think the only question that really comes into play is, can we afford him? Because he does have a hefty price tag that comes with him. I am assuming it's going to be around 150 million euros, which is very, very pricey. And if we are looking for other places to strengthen our squad, it's a harsh no from my side. I don't think we will get him. We will obtain him at the end of the day. But yeah, I would love to have him on my side.
Yeah, dude, I think Harry Kane is, and I said this on the last one as well, but it's topical, so we'll bring it up again. But yeah. Harry Kane he's just so injury prone. Phenomenal striker. If he's in the box and he takes a shot, you're worried every single time that it's going to go in. His goal record is insane. If he didn't keep getting injured, he'd be on par, to catching up with your Alan Shearers and your Wayne Rooneys of the world in terms of goal scoring. And he fits into United. Like, if we had him, his style of play is so... You could see him being another, impact player like Ruud van Nistelrooy was, like Robin van Persie was. I could see that. I could see him being a huge player for us, but just constantly injured. And I hate the way he fucking speaks. Like, no offense, just his voice pisses me off.
Yeah, I like how that's a category for you.
Dude is
why he shouldn't come to Man
100% is a
United.
category. 100%. His nose is too damn
They
long
talk like
too.
shit.
So yeah, I
All
think
right, so now he's definitely not coming to United because we're a bunch of pricks. So that's
yeah, but I think overall, other than his nose and his way of speaking, quality player, but not where I would rather spend it in different areas, and especially on a right winger or center mid or something like that. I'd rather go there. What
yeah.
about you, Karthik?
Yeah, I completely agree with you as well. Vishnu, yeah, I'm with you as well. I don't think I think it's considered. I think mainly because of the price tag we have on him. It's the price tag he has on him. So, yeah, I don't think. We need to like definitely build up on other areas of our team. So I think that's more important right now. Harry Kane should right now is not a priority. So,
Mm-hmm.
and I think you guys have covered most of
Yeah, and poor old Anthony Martial will again be moved to the
it.
bench.
Exactly. Yeah, and you know
Um,
me and my love for Tony. So yeah,
Tony's gone
I'm
bald,
not.
dude. You like the look?
Yeah, I know, dude. Yeah, I like it, dude. I think it's he's been the player for Aston Villa with 7 goals, 6 assists this season. He's been on our radar for sure. I think he's also very much willing to make this move as well, and I think he's asked for uh, a salary of 150K a week, which I think is very affordable for United. So I don't think in terms of from a financial standpoint, we'd have trouble acquiring him. Now my issue is like there have been a lot of talks about Pogba staying as well lately.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just worried about with Grealish coming in right now. Like I think we need to make up our mind on what we really need right now. Is it the thing is if Grealish comes right now and Pogba also stays, I feel like we're gonna have a lot of similar type of players in midfield. But I am more so leaning towards Pogba leaving and Grealish coming in, so that way, we can have a more balanced out midfield. So yeah, I think with Grealish coming in, our biggest pro would be just the fact that he's such a versatile player that Ollie can play him in several different positions, which includes like he's played fantastically as a number 10 for Aston Villa right now. But I just looked up some of his stats. Most of his goals have come from him playing in the left on a more left winger, left midfield position, which is also very interesting. So even in times of like injuries and stuff, if Rashford gets injured, or say if
Mm-hmm.
whoever like Greenwood gets injured or whatever, we always have Grealish who can play on the left or the right or through the center. So I think he's a fantastic player to bring in for sure. Yeah, I don't see why we shouldn't go ahead with this move, but my biggest issue I think is with currently with especially the way the economy is looking right now, I'm not sure how much that's going to affect our spending this summer too. And this is something I've been thinking about, especially coming in with like, I feel like this might cause a big. Why are you smiling?
Karthik thinking about economics. That's not something I ever thought about.
No, but like every time you think about like if you're gonna think about like Sancho coming in, Grealish
Yeah,
coming
yeah,
in,
yeah.
and bringing in someone else right now, I don't know what's gonna happen. Like the season is just
Yeah.
abruptly ended as well. So I feel like this everything like we're talking about right now, I don't know. I feel like the plans that Ollie had just before all of the shit went down, I feel like he might have to make some compromises going into this transfer. But honestly, yeah, I would fucking love if Grealish did join. But yeah, I mean, you guys take it from here.
Go ahead, Vishnu.
Um, yeah, absolutely, man. I agree that Grealish is the flexibility of him as a player is very important in our team as well, especially with our injuries that we faced this year. But I do have a feeling that if there is a chance that Pogba will stay, which is looking more and more likely every day. He sent like a really coded message today as well through his Instagram saying that he's here to stay. We'll finish the season, stay home, and so what, so not. And he's a good player, obviously. Grealish is really he's been the only lone star for Aston Villa this year, and I know for a fact that his price tag will also be based on if Aston Villa get relegated or not. that will affect his price. I think we could get him for about 40 to 45 million, considerably. I think that's a good price to pay for Grealish as well. Affordable, but my only concern about this is that players like Fred and McTominay might have to sit out a lot more. And even though they've played really well in times of need, and they've done really well this season when Pogba's been injured, when Matches has been injured, like whoever, they filled in the gaps really well. And I think both of them are phenomenal midfielders as well. This also adds to the point that we need to build a team like what Liverpool and City have, so we can have strength in our benches as well. So I'm okay with the fact that if Fred goes to the bench or McTominay in the bench, I'm okay with that as well. Yeah, absolutely. But I think he sticks more towards the right, doesn't he? Or because I don't see him.
I think he switches around quite a bit, but at least when he starts off the game, he starts off on the left as a number 10.
Yeah, he does start on.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, dude, you're completely right. Yeah, this was another point that I missed out on too. Was the idea of Fred has been fantastic for us. So, but the good thing I think with that is we get a depth in midfield. That's my only concern. Like with him coming in, see Bruno again is a very versatile player. We can again play him. He can either play as a number 10 or he can even play like a little bit like what Scholes used to be for us. Like he can even be that player for us as well, is what I feel. A little more central and less attacking, because he makes his way up and down the pitch pretty easily, like we've seen him in the past 4 or 5 games. So yeah, Grealish coming to the team, I think he'll fit our style play like perfectly. I think and the formation options that he gives Ollie too, like will we can either play a 4-3-3, we can play a 4-4-2, we can play so many formations with this guy. Just having this one person come in and shifting things around. So yeah, I think I don't see why this has to be one of our top priority moves this summer transfer window for sure, along with Sekou Armand.
Yeah, and my points on Grealish is, and I think we're gonna do a video dedicated 100% to Grealish versus Pogba. So this is a little preview into that. The more I think about it, the more I think Grealish would complement Bruno more than Pogba complements Bruno. Because in order for Pogba, they play a similar position, leaning toward the left. And Pogba would have to go deeper. I think Pogba could be a fucking great midfielder in the two. Sitting with Matic in the 4-2-3-1 or Scott McTominay. He just doesn't like playing that because he's such an athlete. He's such a good box-to-box player. If Pogba were to accept that position and not complain about it, like when he does for France, I think that could be huge. But Grealish is also someone who doesn't stop running. He fucking puts his heart out every single game, dude. And you look at him and you see like, oh, he's probably an arrogant like piece of shit because of his hair, the way he has his shin guard. Yeah. But apparently he's not at all. Apparently he's like a super down to earth guy. And when they got promoted, he was asked like, yo, Jack, are you gonna be partying all week? And he was like, yeah, there's a dog shit in the woods. There's something about him that I'm just like, yeah, dude, this guy's a fucking baller. And he's a captain at 20-something. He lifted that whole team. Yeah. There's something about him that I really just want at United. If we could have all of them, that'd be fucking insane. But we're going to do a dedicated video on that, so let's cut it there. Let's go to probably the main person of this transfer window, and who's going to be our big target, Jadon Sancho. Now, today or yesterday, Xavi Hernandez has come out saying, I want to be Barca manager, and I want to bring in Jadon Sancho or Serge Gnabry. So let's just hope that doesn't fucking happen, because him going to Barca would be a great move for him. But for United, I think he is perfect, and I think you guys will similarly say the same thing, because dude, we've been searching for a right winger forever. Antonio Valencia, Januzaj, Mata has played there, Di Maria's played there. Depay, dude, we've had so many people, come in, and nobody has fulfilled that position properly since Ronaldo left. So it's insanely important for us to finally fill that. Even Young has played there, so it's insanely
Yep.
important for us to
Sanchez.
fill. And Sanchez, oh my
Sanchez.
god, dude! So it's been failure after failure. And Jaden,
Yeah.
he's 19, turning 20, has
Yeah.
17 goals and 19 assists. Fucking 20 years old. He would come in. Him, Rashford, and Rashford's been teasing with us on Instagram
Yeah.
and shit. He's been
Yeah.
posting a bunch of shit. And Martial up front would be, dude. You would have to
Dude,
say
just
that's like
imagine that team.
fucking. Oh my
That's
god!
an all-star team right there. It's just
Yeah, dude.
it's just pace and quality up front. Imagine with like Grealish, Bruno, and say Pogba leaves. Say we have Fred. All right,
Yeah,
but still, that's a great fucking midfield. And then our defense, yeah, I mean that's the defense
we
too.
have a
That's
good
fucking
defense
phenomenal.
too,
Yeah,
dude.
exactly.
That's a Premier League winning side.
That's a
Like,
Premier League winning side. Absolutely, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I think that the chemistry between these two as well, like between Rashford and Sancho, as they played in the English team, and is really good to see.
Yeah,
They're they're they
there's a
play
lot
really
of
well together. Yeah, and it'll be great to. I think they complement each other really well by switching across. They can score goals, insane goals. Their power is crazy. Their technique is really good. They have very good agility, speed, pace. They can dictate terms in the Premier League. I think yeah, we could be title contenders with that sort of team we have. But
yeah.
yeah, what do you think the price tag would be, Arman?
120, 120 to 130 for sure. It's going to be a huge transfer, and like Karthik said, I'm still so impressed with Karthik. I'm so proud of you thinking economics and
Tell me.
shit.
Thank you, man.
But yeah,
I appreciate it.
he's completely right. Like, clubs are suffering majorly. We don't know what's going to happen with the Champions League next year. So, all the stadium losses, ticket sales, all this shit. But that also does mean that Real Madrid probably may not be able to afford Pogba this summer. And, they're already looking at alternatives. So that also may put a damper on how much we have to spend. But I think
Exactly.
one player, 120 million, I think, we can feasibly do that.
Yeah, agreed, man. I think we're also dangerously
I think
close to the financial fair play as well because of the players that we have in our squad. We would need to offload a few. I read in a definite source somewhere saying that we're quite close. We've been acquiring a lot of players for a lot of money. We've been spending a lot, and we haven't been offloading a lot of players. So I think it'll be a it'll be time for a sweep at the end of this year, at least by the likes of Lingard, Pereira. Matic just signed a new deal. It looks like Mata is staying as well. Yeah, I don't. Maybe Phil Jones is getting offloaded. Like 3-4 players gone is a must.
yeah.
Yeah, adding to the impressive comment that Karthik made as well. The Euros are
I
not
don't
going to
I don't
happen
know if
this
this is a
year.
compliment anymore.
It definitely is. But we're very proud of you,
It's
Karthik.
not. Thank you.
No, like the
Condescending
Euros are not
bastards.
happening this year. That's been shifted next.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's been shifted to next year as well. Broadcasting revenue is going to be a massive downfall this year. I'm not sure what's going to happen. I think we'll have to wait till June to figure out if we're still going to be playing. I think, in my opinion at least, I think the players will have strict testing that's going to happen with them, and then they will be allowed to play behind closed doors. I don't see the end of this season being played with the public in. Um, Hopefully it doesn't happen because Liverpool can go fuck right off. It'll be the funniest thing ever if that doesn't happen and they don't win the trophy this year because of this.
Bro,
Yeah,
that would
so
be really sad though.
They deserve it,
Sad.
dude. Fuck.
Yeah, it's like as much as I hate Liverpool, I feel like
yeah,
I think Klopp
no, but
deserves it.
yeah, but this year they've gotten away with so many lucky points, man. Like I think it would have been a lot
Yeah,
closer. I think they would still be like front runners for the trophy, but then I think City or Leicester would have been very close second if they hadn't got through all those like freaky goals and like VAR sort of helping hands that's lifted them 25 points above now. But yeah, theoretically they're still
um,
behind. I think there's still 6 points to win the trophy. So I wonder what will
yeah,
happen there. That'll be funny.
yeah.
Yeah.
Before people like destroy us in the comments, even we were pretty lucky, thanks to Barchester United. So,
Yeah, Rochester
Dude,
United.
I mean, we have definitely got the most VAR decisions out of anybody. Like, I
Yeah.
think, dude, I was watching some highlights earlier today, and it's just insane, dude. We've gotten so many good VAR decisions. I love it. I fucking love it.
Yeah.
I also think that we've got the most penalties this season as well, right?
Yeah.
Because everywhere I see, we've got like, I think against all the top 6 teams, we've got a penalty at least once against them. Chelsea, first game, we got a penalty. We got a penalty against the Arsenal game. City, we got a penalty. Leicester, Tottenham. So,
Just
yeah, I
not
think,
Liverpool.
yeah, that's not Liverpool. Because their
Yeah,
defenders are a
dude.
bit smarter than that.
I think, yeah. So I think obviously, Karthik, you can close up here on Jadon Sancho. I just think, he's a must get. We can't lose him to Barcelona. Like, we'll be fucked if we do.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's definitely the major priority on our list right now. I think the topmost priority is to get, Jadon Sancho. I think even over Grealish for me personally. Like I feel like you said, we've been looking for that right winger for so long that I don't think we should compromise anymore. This guy is a guaranteed like talent. Like we've seen what he's capable of. He's shown the world what he's capable of. He's he's got Champions League experience. He's played in a pretty competitive league himself. So I think him coming to the Premier League and again his chemistry with Rashford is fucking brilliant. So I think that's gonna help out as well. I mean, you've seen even like their chemistry, like even off the field as well. They seem to be like pretty good friends. They banter quite a bit on social media. Yeah. I mean, that's all a good sign for us. It seems like Sancho does want to make the move to United, and we should try and get him ASAP before Xavi Hernandez decides that okay, I'm gonna become.
I have another question though. Because he's also been linked with Chelsea very heavily. Do you reckon that he will choose his side based on who gets qualified for the Champions League?
He's not going to move to Chelsea, dude. They have Hudson-Odoi, Ziyech, Christian Pulisic, and Willian and Pedro.
Yeah.
They have 5 wingers. And 5 quality wingers at that. And maybe not Pedro. He's a little rat.
And they just got Ziyech, so I don't see him going. I don't know why.
I could see him going to Barca, but Barca have invested a fuck ton of money into wingers the past few years. Griezmann, Dembele, all these guys that have turned, and Coutinho, which have not turned out to be great. But I just got this scary notification pop up on Zoom saying that we only have a few minutes left to record. So I think we're gonna end here just in case. Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of the East of Stretford podcast. I nearly said my other podcast. But yeah, thank you so much. You can check that podcast out too. But thank you so much for listening tuning in.
Shameless plug.
Shameless plug.
All right, guys, stay safe, stay indoors.
Stay safe, yes. Stay indoors. Be responsible. And look up economics with Karthik. Talk economics.
That's true, man. I'm starting my own masterclass. So I'll make sure to put the link.
You can catch them there.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Don't forget to hit that like button. Go get to Instagram. We've been posting a lot of shit there. We're on Twitter. We're on Facebook as well. We did mention earlier 1,000 likes. Karthik's gonna shave his head off. So let's get it, boys. Let's get it. Let's get this done.
Let's go. All right, everybody. Peace out.